There are tons of hidden LEGO tricks that create precise builds and super satisfying effects, but most people don't even know they exist. So in this video, I'm showing you how they work. Let's get started. This is an armrest, and have you ever wondered why on airplanes you have to lift it up before you can press it down? The trick is in this bow tie shaped part. At first, it's held in place by the blue notch, and that's when you are using the armrest normally, resting your arm on it while it stays fixed. When you lift it higher, the blue slope in the back rotates the bow tie slightly, allowing it to slide back to its original position. Next, we're building a door without hinges. Here, two wheel hubs act as the moving parts, and there are two claws at the bottom. If you insert the shafts with the wheel hubs into this track and assemble everything, you will soon discover you've made a door that opens from both sides. Typical hinge doors only open one way, but this one slides along the track, so it can rotate a full 180 degrees. If you got a boat and need to tie it up when you disembark, you need this thingy. It's called a mooring hook, and I've made a LEGO version of it. The black rope acts as the cable. When you approach the key, just extend the LEGO hook. It can slip through the bollard without any maneuvering. Then you put it back and the cable is already looped around the bollard. These gray pieces are worm gears, and they rotate so steadily that can transport LEGO balls, and the whole thing also works pretty well as an egg beater. Next, let's see what we can do with a spring from a LEGO shock absorber. Attach this shaft to some bricks and add these parts to mimic a ballpoint pen tip. This soft axle is the key component of the pen. Reinsert it, and it stays in position when I push it. Then, using this yellow L-shaped part as a push button, I can release the soft axle back to its original position. I didn't use many technical parts for this mechanism, but it's just as steady and satisfying as ever. It's a very accurate LEGO version of a real ballpoint pen. This is an upscaled Bob minifigure, and I've motorized it to give it a creepy vibe. Two battery boxes are mounted on the legs to keep it stable, and it's remote controlled. But I'm pushing the limit of creepiness. This is a trolley, and I'm transplanting Bob's head onto it. I use differential gears, so as you see, when the trolley is moved, its head always faces the same direction. This mechanism works just like the ancient south-pointing chariots, and if the differential gears stop working, you can always ask the minifigure inside for help. Next, we're building a Minecraft-style lever with LEGO bricks. I'm using a rubber band to hold the lever in two distinct positions. After finishing the exterior, it's ready to play with, and flipping it on and off has a super satisfying bouncy feel. This is a grave, and something is hidden inside. Slide open the surface, and a Minecraft zombie pops up for a jump scare. It's all thanks to this interconnected axle mechanism. Stay in shape, and time for some sit-ups. I am attaching Steve's head and Zombie's head to this mechanism and making them move using the gears hidden under the base. Now it looks like the zombie is chasing Steve down. This LEGO piece is a quarter circle and two of them make a half circle. So what if I use them as car wheels? This car is built entirely with Hot Wheels, but does it run? Yes, it does. And not only that, it runs incredibly smooth. Let's make some satisfying fidgets using hidden LEGO tricks. Attach this piece to the axle and place it between the gap. Then connect two yellow studs with a rubber band, and just like that, you've got yourself a toggle switch. This is a LEGO propeller piece, and we are taking advantage of its shape to make a counter-style fidget. Start by assembling these pieces onto the brake panel, and the 3-axle connector acts as the clicker. Each time I press it, the propeller moves down by exactly one tooth. The parts on top keep it constrained so it only shifts one tooth at a time. Next, I'm making a spinner fidget. This yellow and red piece looks perfect for it. To make it spin, I built another brake panel, and after that, all it takes is pressing the gray axle endlessly. This is a switch box with 3 press buttons. The middle one is connected to the beige slope. When you press it, it stays down until the right button is pressed. The right button, linked to the red slope, releases the middle button. Only one of these two can stay pressed at a time, and the left button is used to reset both of them. Now let's use some LEGO tricks to upgrade this toilet. It's already fully functional, and honestly, LEGO would probably love this feature. I've made it even smoother, and it operates with a super crisp sound. So let's test it out with some LEGO poops. It works. The poop goes down without any hesitation. But what about more? Now I'm using 5 poops. Let's see if the toilet can send all of them down. Four out of 5, not bad. If LEGO says no, you can't build it, try turning this handle. You'll see the no gradually shift into a yes. So really, nothing's off limits with LEGO bricks, right? The trick behind this shape shift is the hidden gears underneath. Next, let's try some tricks with typical LEGO pins. This technical part is a pain to pull out from the holes, but if you use an axle to push it from the other side, it shoots out like a bullet. So I can make a LEGO pistol that uses rubber bands as power, a red axle as the firing pin, and the whole thing is semi-automatic. Let's test its firepower. Okay, it actually works well. The structure is not hard, so you can also try it at home. The next build is a unique mechanism used to alter the direction of power transmission. You need to hold them using a yellow axle. The red handle is where the power originally comes from, and the yellow arrow is where it eventually goes. This linkage is pretty steady because it only goes up and down on this axle. If you interconnect the yellow gears and form a square, you will find this shape is foldable, as it can retract to the center of the square. When spun, it will expand back to the square shape. Also, if you put short beams onto one round beam and L-shaped beams onto another, you can combine them to form an aperture mechanism, just like the iris in your eyes. As you slightly rotate the round beam, they come together to form a small aperture or spin away to create a larger one. This trick is super useful. It lets you create elegant spinning tops. This tool only needs 1 or 2 inches of motion to get it spinning. The top is incredibly steady, staying upright even after it stops. It can spin for up to a full minute, and look, even after it stops, it's still standing. And if you are a Beyblade fan, you can use 2 of them to build an arena for LEGO spinning tops. Under my hand is a LEGO hand. It looks like it's been cut off from a cyborg. When I'm drumming my fingers, the LEGO hand studies the pattern, so when you push it, it instantly starts drumming its finger too. Not only can it drum its fingers when you rotate the handle, it can also do it automatically using a pullback motor. In this mode, it runs in circles, and it's seriously cursed.